Now, I know I haven't been the best Jew. Anyway, can I have $40,000?
Okay, so I'm not actually Jewish, but I did take 2 years of Hebrew in high school, so I pretty much know everything about Judaism. Okay, not really, but I do know that Hanukkah falls around Christmas this year, so I decided that maybe I'll go ahead and review a few Hanukkah specials. The first one being the Rugrats Chanukah episode. Now, even though I haven't watched Rugrats in years, for some reason this episode always stuck with me. Being that this is one of the few shows from my childhood to actually touch on the subject of Judaism, it's not hard to see why it stuck out. It's a shame how few Hanukkah specials exist, because Rugrats shows that it's a topic that can be explored beautifully. And given that the main characters are babies who don't understand what's going on, it's a nice way for us in the audience to relate to them. At least those of us that are, what's the word for it? Oh yeah, Goyim. The topic at hand is handled in such a way that it's easy for just about anyone to digest, and that's something I can get behind. So anyway, on to the plot. Tommy's grandpa Boris is in a Hanukkah play with an old rival named Shlomo. Clearly upset about this, Boris basically calls the meaning of Hanukkah a bunch of shit. And due to a misunderstanding, the babies believe that Shlomo is out to get Tommy's grandpa, so they have to do whatever they can to stop him. Things even get so heated that a fight breaks out between the two. I'm serious, you actually hear punches landing. I actually laughed at this more than I should have. The B-plot to this episode is that Angelica just wants to watch her Cynthia Christmas special. And if you don't like Angelica, you'll be happy to know that she never does. And the C-plot is that Stu's working on a giant menorah for the play. What's interesting is that Stu's not Jewish, so we get to see a loving husband who's just trying to help embrace his wife's heritage. And that is just beautiful. And just like any Christmas special you would watch, this episode ends on such a sweet note. Now, I can't quite explain the main theme of this episode, but I know someone who can. Hey Tevier, what's the main theme of this episode?
That I can tell you in one word. Tradition!
So yeah, the topic of tradition plays a big role in this episode. Throw that in with the overwhelming interest of some of the characters to learn about Jewish customs, and you got a great episode. All in all, it's an episode of Rugrats that I highly recommend. Thanks for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.
If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, idle diddle 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 man.
This is a product of our great society.